Welcome back to Real Sports Talk, home of the realest sports talk. I'm your host, Run It Up Rue, and today, man, I got some exciting news, breaking news. George Pickens traded from the Pittsburgh Steelers to our Dallas Cowboys. Wide receiver who? I don't even want to throw a number on it. Wide receiver who? Man, George Pickens is going to land later today, and I just can't wait for him to get around this team, ready to soak in all this love that we're going to get as young man. Forget all the media attention. Forget all the negative publicity coming around this trade right now, nation. This talk right here is for you. Okay, this talk right here is for you. I'm going to break it down, tell you how I'm feeling about it, how this impacts the team, all that and more. Let's go! 6'3", 200 pounds, coming into his fourth season in the NFL. And the Pittsburgh Steelers allow him to come to the Dallas Cowboys. The skies have opened, ladies and gentlemen. The skies are shining today. Man, first, let's just talk about the talent. The talent is crazy. This guy right here, great hands, great route runner, tall, can separate. He's a wide receiver one where he doesn't have to be a wide receiver one. Ladies and gentlemen, we just got way better. Shout out to the Joneses for this. A third-round pick, happily. They say he's going to be a distraction. They say he's hard to deal with. They say he's not focused. They say this, that, and the third. Oh, now they're going to add a fourth because he's a Dallas Cowboys. They're going to find a fourth reason as to why this trade makes sense for the Steelers and not the Dallas Cowboys. Let me tell you, if I'm not already the first, let me tell you. Oh, we're going to be explosive. I don't got no soundboard right here. So I'm just going to bang. We going to be explosive. Oh, yeah, we going to be explosive this year. CeeDee Lamb in the slot, is he not? Is he in the slot or is he not? Is George in the slot, is he not? We moving these guys around. Brian Schottenheimer has a plan. Yeah, he said we're going to run the ball. What they do, we went and got Tyler Booker to replace Zach Martin at that right guard. Now I believe him. We're going to run the fucking ball. Pull up Tyler Booker. He's a monster. He's a beast. He's a professional. We are going to be so explosive, ladies and gentlemen. The tight end position, all of a sudden, man, Ferg, he has no weight on his shoulders. He can go play freely every Sunday now. Every Sunday now. I know everybody's reporting George Pickens has been traded to the Dallas Cowboys. Cool. Let's talk about how this shit really affects everybody else. Everybody else's job just got a lot easier. Mike Tomlin has dealt with divas his whole career as head coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You're not about to tell me he's a headache. You're not about to tell me he's uncoachable. You're not about to tell me he's not a premier talent in this league. I will not take any George Pickens slander today. Had he went to any other team but the Dallas Cowboys, this would have been an excellent pickup. But for the Dallas Cowboys, it's a wearisome pickup, huh? Why? Because he slammed his fucking helmet? Because he slammed his helmet? Some say he's not focused, showing up late. Those are things that we've just dealt with with a motherfucker who couldn't give us 2 yards. Oh, he's going to come. He's going to get this embrace. We got veterans in this locker room. We got leadership in this locker room. We don't know what the hell was going on over there in Pittsburgh. They still waiting on a 42-year-old quarterback to come out of retirement. Just coming off an ACL. No, he ain't just come off the ACL, well, 2 years ago, but his ass ain't running nowhere still. I'm not listening to nothing the Pittsburgh Steelers got to say about this. They went and traded for however they acquired DK Metcalf for $30 million. Cool. They felt how they felt about George Pickens already before they made that trade. They were done with George. Whatever the beef was, whatever that internal struggle was, it'll come out. Oh, it'll come out. But George will be settled in Dallas. I promise you, nothing you can tell me happened in Pittsburgh gonna tell me it's gonna happen in Dallas. I doubt that. This is the start. This is your big opportunity. And guess what? I'm sitting here saying I doubt it. But if he does fuck up, fuck him. We got him for 1 year to make the best of it. We should get the best of George Pickens. Should we be worried about having to pay him in the future? Hell no. Hell no. Why would you? You find that money elsewhere. We are already a team who loves to draft. Cut the fat, draft the replacement, and pay your fucking stars. Excuse my language for any children that may be watching this. But that's how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it goes. George Pickens is now a Dallas Cowboys. I don't care about nothing that happened in the past. Let that be clear. It's a new day. It's a new day, and Dallas Cowboys just got that much more explosive. You can go ahead and try and diminish this trade if you want to. You can go ahead and say it may not work or it won't be enough to get them over the hump, but wasn't Saquon enough to get the Philadelphia Eagles over the hump last year? They ran themselves to a Super Bowl. My point to that being, you never know what that one piece is. You're just trying to get better. And too many times we've heard Jerry say the person who wins the trade is the person who doesn't pick up the phone and make the phone call first. I've called bullshit on that since the door. You can't tell me that Pittsburgh called Dallas and said, hey, we got something for you. No matter how they felt about George. Everybody knows George's talent is premier. They were taking phone calls, which means the Joneses picked up the phone first. That's a kudos. If I had a soundboard right now, I'd do the clap. I'd do the clap. Shouts out to Jerry. Shouts out to Steven. Shouts out to Will McClay, the whole scouting department. Understanding who this guy is. Understanding that this job, like Shotty would love to say, is also about relationships. For whatever reason, George Pickens and the Pittsburgh Steelers were not able to get on the same page. I do not believe, and I hope that George does not walk in to our facility carrying any of that baggage from Pittsburgh. Last year, he had 59 receptions, 900 yards, almost 1,000, 3 touchdowns, and he averaged 15.3 yards a catch. This was inconsistent quarterback play. Up and down quarterback play. We all know who George is. I don't need to come on here and explain what the Dallas Cowboys just got. No, I don't need to sit here and explain the talent that is George Pickens. What I felt I needed to do was come on and defend not only the trade, but George Pickens himself. It's too easy for the media to create a narrative on a player. And yeah, the media has in sources and guys within the building or have friends or whatever you want to say. They do have those things, but you know, a lie don't care who tell it. Truth could walk out of a room and before it reaches the next room turn into a lie. For whatever reason, George did not make it happen in Pittsburgh. I don't believe he owns all of the blame. If you're telling me a guy with this ability isn't getting arrested, no domestic disputes, no being caught with drugs, any of that. It's literally him throwing his helmet, showing up late, and whatever it is, personally. Communicative. It wasn't translated right. Somebody was speaking English, the other one was over there speaking French. It didn't work. But when he comes to Dallas, he does not have to worry about that baggage. And I hope he doesn't even bring it on a flight with him. There's plenty of shops in Dallas. Pick up new Louis. Get that new fresh luggage. It's a new day, people. We just got really, really, really explosive. We just got really, really, really dynamic. Really, 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 really dynamic. Oh, man, I love the draft. I loved who we picked up. I think we added some starters and we added depth in the draft. But this right here, ladies and gentlemen, this was more than what we were asking for. George Pickens is better than a Matthew Golden. George Pickens to me is better than a Emeka Egbuka. To me, George Pickens is better than a Tetor McMillan that we could have got. It's more than I could have asked for. I made a video a week ago talking about a possible trade candidate. Was Cortland Sutton. He's better than Cortland Sutton. We've been rumored to be, having Amari Cooper, as our backup plan. We don't need a backup plan, and he's better than Amari Cooper in Amari Cooper's prime. Guys, this guy is young. He's able. There's no looking at the downside here. Shouts out to Jerry. Shouts out to Steven. Shouts out to Will McClay and the rest of the scouting department. Whoever had their hands on that phone that dialed Pittsburgh number, whether it was physically or mentally had something to do with it, thank you from the bottom of my heart to getting Jerry to change his philosophy and not picking up the phone and making that call. This is what we needed. I don't think anybody was expecting George Pickens' caliber. Let's be real. Let's be honest. We're talking about needing a wide receiver too. That is somebody to help share the load. This is somebody to help 500, 600, 800, 900 yards. I don't feel like I have a wide receiver too. They went out and got me a wide receiver 1A or 1B, however you want to call it. So shouts out to everybody involved. I love this trade. I love what it brings to the table for the Dallas Cowboys going into this season. And I'm going to let you guys know right here before I get out of here. The Dallas Cowboys will be the scariest team in the NFC coming this season. Mark my words. We will lead the tops of the league in running. And I think defensively, I think we're going to be a problem. Offensive line, I think we're going to be a problem. I think people are underestimating Dallas Cowboys right now. I don't think they're looking at this in a totality. And of course, everything is on paper, and on paper, everybody looks great right now, or at least very competitive to some extent. But I believe this will translate extremely well for Dak Prescott, man, to have these kind of options on the outside of him, which he has never had before. You know, it's either he had one guy or he had one guy in 2B, you know, to be determined. You know what I'm saying? So I just love it. I just love it. I'm gonna let you guys get out of here. I'm gonna get out of here. I worked all night last night. I was 5 minutes before I got off when the alert came across my phone, so I knew what my morning was gonna be like. I wanted to get this video out here, and shouts out to the nation. Shouts out to everybody. I know this is a blessed day for us. This solved a lot of worry that we had going into this off season. I still feel like there's a couple more pieces that Dallas could look at: a defensive tackle, primarily a one tech, a veteran, and another veteran cornerback, just in case Ravel isn't healthy enough to start, and Trey Diggs as well if he's not healthy to start. So I would love to see a Gilmore return. That would be awesome for us. And so yeah, man, shouts out to everybody. Appreciate y'all clicking on this video. Like I said, Dallas Cowboys will be the scariest team in the NFC. If you don't agree with me, make sure to leave a comment. If you agree with me, make sure to leave a comment. Whatever y'all do, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And I'm out.